Hello again. Well, I seen the story and I couldn't pass it up. Four Stanford Macy's grab and run robbery suspects arrested. Well, of course, we all know it's California, so they will be arrested and set free. Yeah, that's right. Set free. There really is no punishment anymore for crimes like this in California. Apparently, the new governor decided to decriminalize most of this stuff or just not prosecute. That's right. You can actually be in California, you can smash and grab, and it's not going to be prosecuted. So, what happens? You have a little influx of people doing it. I've seen several things on the news about people walking into stores, grabbing as many articles of clothing as they can, and just walking right out. Why not? In California, there's no one to stop you. Not only is there no one to stop you, but you're just pretty much going to get away with it, even if you get caught. So I wanted to kind of touch on a few of these situations here. So these four girls were caught. Four suspects have been arrested on grand theft and other charges stemming from a grab and run robbery at the Stanford Mall. I've shopped at the Stanford Mall a few times, and there were several people out in the parking lot just watching, waiting to see like who's leaving their car, who they think has valuable stuff in their car. There has been several times where I actually pulled in, seen these folks, and drove right back out. Just no shame. I've also seen it at another mall in the Bay Area called Valley Fair. People walking around with actual toolboxes to break into cars around Christmas time. It's horrible. It's gotten worse. Investigators said 28-year-old Nicole Gardner, 19-year-old Destiny Faith Shepard, both of Antioch, Haley King, and Janira Antoinette Frazier? How do you pronounce that? I don't know. Both 19-year-olds from East Palo Alto have been booked into San Jose main jail on organized retail theft, grand theft, possession, and stolen property charges. And it's horrible. You'll see most of these people just get processed, get thrown in, and then let right back out. There's quite a few stories. Looking at this one goes back a year or two. Apple Store robbery caught on video. This, from what I remember, was one of the most popular things on TV or on the news for quite some time. After this, there were several more people that actually did this. Walked into Apple stores, took as much as they possibly could, and just walked right out. Now, there's no punishment for it. So why not? Why not do it? Just ridiculous. Here's another one. This is something else that's been happening a lot. iPhone robbery in Concord. Grab and run, cell phone robbery in Concord caught on camera. I'll put links to this, so if you guys want to see these, you can. Unfortunately, I can't play them. Concord. A grab and run cell phone robbery was caught on surveillance video. Police released the video earlier on Monday, and investigators want you to take a close look at it. Why? It doesn't matter. I watched this video, and it's just frustrating. These two people were actually sitting down enjoying what I believe to be a meal or ice cream, and some guy comes in, grabs the phone off one of the girls' hands, and just bolts. Just insane. Here's another thing. Watching news from the Bay Area or watching my Facebook feed from the Bay Area, there has been a crazy amount of car break-ins, especially around the San Francisco area. Well, most of the Bay Area, most of California, but particularly around San Francisco and San Jose. Both places that used to be really great. Now, there is nothing happening to these folks. So what do? Start breaking into more cars. They become very brazen. They don't care anymore. They just do it. It's getting insane. It's getting really bad. And the horrible thing is, a lot of these people are fleeing California, going to these other states, and still voting the way they did back then, not learning their lesson. It's frustrating. Over the past 3 days, police and residents in 4 Bay Area cities reported separate clusters of several vehicle break-ins, sharing images of car after car sitting in broken glass. It's just horrible. I've actually had friends that this has happened to, and I was with friends when this happened to them, and it's just horrible. What do you do that night? Especially if it's like raining or something, your car's gonna get ruined. It's horrible. These people don't care. They don't care about anybody but themselves. Monday morning, residents in San Jose's Willow Glen neighborhood reported at least a dozen car burglaries. If you guys are not familiar with Willow Glen, that is kind of one of the upper areas in San Jose. That's pretty much where all the doctors and rich folks live. Monday morning, residents in San Jose's Willow Glen neighborhood reported at least a dozen car burglaries around the same time. 5 teens were arrested in connection with 8 smash and grab car burglaries in Palo Alto. On Tuesday morning, a 16-year-old and 19-year-old were arrested following a high-speed car chase. What? On suspicion of, all these young kids doing all this stuff. It's insane. And it's California. California's a problem. It's just pretty sad. And here we go. This is the problem. California law loophole leads to car theft crisis that leaves tourists in the crosshairs. Why would you want to visit California? Don't get me wrong. It's beautiful. It really is. There's lots of stuff to do. There's lots of, just ocean for miles, of course. And you turn around, there's the mountains, lots of hiking, lots of great day trips. But man, it's gotten bad. It's gotten real bad. If you want to take a beautiful trip to see something great, maybe go to Hawaii. Avoid California. Car thefts have become a part of life. Wow. I never thought I'd read that about California. Car thefts have become a part of life for out-of-state tourists in California because of a loophole in state law that leaves many break-ins unpunished. That's right, unpunished. It only counts as a felony burglary if the car doors were locked, according to... please. It's just extremely frustrating. There's all these stupid loopholes or stupid things, and even if they do get caught and doors were locked or anything, they're gonna be let go. They get processed and then let right back out. Los Angeles Times. Car burglaries in some California cities are at crisis levels. Prosecutors say their hands are tied. Here they are. Sacramento. Sacramento is actually the capital, and it was beautiful. It was pretty rural for a long time, and then it got pretty busy. A lot of folks started moving out of the Bay Area and buying homes out in Sacramento. It grew at an extremely fast pace, but along came all those problems. Sacramento, an epidemic of car burglaries in San Francisco over the past few years has led one Democratic lawyer to propose plugging a loophole in the state law that allows some break-ins to go unpunished. But legislature has balked at the prosecutor's request to make obtaining convictions easier. Of course. The proposal, which would eliminate requirements that prosecutors prove a car's door was unlocked or was locked at the time of the break-ins. Are you kidding me? All right, guys, I'm sorry. I'm getting really frustrated with this. It's ridiculous. I'm so tired of all these news articles that are coming out of California because I used to live there and I thought it was great, but I left because I ended up realizing it wasn't great anymore. Make California great again. That's what I'm hoping. But here we go. This is what's going to spread the problem, not fix it. about 691,000 people left California to live in other states in 2018, new census estimates indicate. At the time, roughly 501,000 people came to live in California from other states. I seen a lot of people come into California when I was there, and I would see they moved in from New York or from other states, and I was sitting there trying to leave California, thinking you have no idea what you just got yourself into, and it's not easy to leave, creating a net loss of about 190,000 residents in 2018. So that is what drives me crazy, watching my old state just get completely torn apart by these insane policies brought by these insane people who do nothing, who don't care. They just want to grandstand. It's a mess. I'm glad I left. And I don't think I will ever go back. Actually, I know I will never go back. Anyways, let me know what you guys think. Where's California going? You think they'll lose seats in the House? I think so. I think their population is going to start dwindling down. I looked at the newspaper the other day and noticed real estate isn't doing all that great either. It's kind of flattening out and heading down the other direction. I don't see it really being a golden state for too much longer. What color should we give it? I mean, San Francisco is pretty brown when you look at it on certain maps. What do you guys think? Let me know down below. Like and subscribe, and we'll see you later.